Hello everyone, you're watching Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Man to be charged with first-degree murder after father found dead in Toronto. Police say suspect shot victims at close range at crowded Hamilton bar. Stolen vehicle may have been involved in fiery crash involving two TTC buses. I should have been there. Toronto Mayor says she regrets not being at October 7th vigil. August flooding damage in Ontario surpassed $100 million, says National Insurance Association. Suspects charged with stealing $1.5 million worth of luxury cars in the Greater Toronto Area Police. Women in critical condition after being struck by bus in Toronto's East End.
These were the headlines, and let's jump right into the details.
A 36-year-old man is to be charged with first-degree murder after his elderly father was found dead at his home in Toronto. Toronto police said they were called to the area of Glencairn Avenue and Avenue Road south of Lawrence Avenue on October 5th for a well-being check. Officers said they found the victim dead inside the home, adding that the circumstances in which the victim was found were considered suspicious. Police identified the victim as 82-year-old Henry Joseph. The following day, Andrew Joseph, who police identified as the deceased son, was arrested and charged with improper interference with the dead body. Police said his charge will be upgraded to first-degree murder, but did not say what evidence led them to upgrade the charge. A spokesperson for Toronto Police said the upgraded charge will be presented at court at his next court appearance, but did not say when exactly that is. We are unable to confirm any further details as this is an ongoing investigation, Toronto Police Service Constable Cindy Chung said in an email. Investigators urge anyone who has information about Andrew Joseph or know of his whereabouts leading up to October 5th to contact police at 416-808-7400 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. Police are searching for a 22-year-old man who was allegedly shot victims at close range at crowded Hamilton bar in August. On Wednesday, Hamilton police provided an update on August 24th shooting outside Bell's Bar. Investigators said there was a minor physical altercation prior to the shooting. The suspect left briefly and when he returned, shot the victims at close range, police alleged, noting that the patio area of the bar was filled with patrons at the time. Two people were taken to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. On Wednesday, police issued an arrest warrant for 22-year-old Gary Patrick Cunningham of Bulletin, Ontario. He is wanted for one count of possession of a prohibited loaded firearm, unauthorized possession of a firearm, and reckless discharge of a firearm, and 2 counts each of discharging a firearm with intent and aggravated assault. In the same news release, police also gave an update on another shooting on June 23rd. Officers were called that day to an alleyway near Market and Hess Streets where they said 2 people got into a verbal argument. During the dispute, one person fired a shot at the other individual. The shot missed and victim fled unharmed, police said. The investigation determined that a single round had been fired in what is believed to have been a targeted shooting. As a result of the investigation, an arrest warrant has been issued for 44-year-old Kevin Johnson of Hamilton. He is wanted on several charges including assault with weapon, discharge of a firearm with intent, 2 counts of failing to comply with a release order, and 3 counts of possession of a firearm contrary to order. Police said Johnson and Cunningham should be considered armed and dangerous. Investigators are asking anyone with the information about the whereabouts of the 2 suspects to contact them at 905-546-4883 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. Police say there are early indications that a stolen vehicle was involved in a fiery crash in Toronto involving 2 TTC buses early Wednesday morning. The collision occurred at the intersection of Bathurst Street and Eglinton Avenue shortly before 5 a.m. Speaking at the scene on Wednesday, Inspector Brian Maslowski said police alleged the driver of a Honda was traveling at a high rate of speed eastbound on Eglinton Avenue West when he struck a northbound TTC bus. The force of the collision, Maslowski said, caused the bus to crash into another TTC vehicle nearby. What happened at that point is Honda motor vehicle burst into flames, Maslowski said. Through the heroic efforts of the TTC bus driver, the driver actually pulled the occupant of the Honda out of the vehicle. The driver of the Honda was rushed to the hospital in life-threatening condition, police said. We also have early indications that the Honda motor vehicle was actually stolen, Maslowski said. We are investigating. The intersection was closed for several hours for the police investigation. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow is expressing regret for not attending a massive vigil held early this week where the city's Jewish community commemorated 1 year since the October 7th terrorist attack. But her explanation isn't adding up, event organizers say. I really regret not being able to be there. I wanted to mourn with the Jewish community on the tragic loss of lives and the horrific things that have passed, she told Awaz News in an interview. Organizers said hours ahead of the event Monday that they had reached out to the mayor's office and had heard nothing back. Chow said Wednesday that her staff never got an invitation and they had launched an investigation with IT to see what happened. Organizers estimated that some 20,000 people attend the vigil near Bathurst Street and Finch Avenue in North York Monday. Attendees included Ontario Premier Doug Ford and Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy, along with several Toronto City councillors, former Mayor John Tory and one Mayor Stephen Del Duca. I should have been there. I got caught up in the long discussion on bike lanes over at the Kingsway area, where the emotions were very high and meeting went quite long, and by the time I was done, I was exhausted, right? Chow said. So I could have made phone calls and have made it. I didn't even know precisely what time the event was. Asked by Awaz News whether our office would have been aware of the event even if the invitation had been lost, Chow said probably. However, she added that they were busy working on a number of important files, such as an Auditor General's report into the Parks Department, a school nutrition program that is close to her heart, an island airport runway extension, and other matters. So myself and my office we were stressed because of this council week, and there was a substantial amount of work that was in front of us, Chow said. She told Awaz News it was absolutely not an intentional snub. She said she plans to apologize to members of the Jewish community for not being able to attend. A year ago, I was at Mel Lessman Square with them, and again, that emotion was very high, Chow said. I totally understand this is the largest number of Jewish lives lost since the Holocaust. I know that in the community, there's fear. I worked with the chief to meet with some of the key people just about a week ago to assure them it's going to be during the high holidays and this anniversary, people will be safe. But in the statement, the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs, CIJA, slammed Chow's explanations as embarrassing exercises in avoiding accountability for her and her staff, who disappointed thousands and thousands of members of Toronto's Jewish community. The group said they had given Chow the benefit of the doubt, even after she was sent 3 separate invitations and asked personally by a fellow member of the council if she planned to attend. However, her comments Wednesday, the statement said, made clear that her absence was not the result of not receiving an invitation. The group shared 3 emails they said were sent to Chow's office, one of which was sent directly to a member of her staff. Councillor James Pasternak told Awaz News Wednesday that he had personally asked the mayor as well in the lead up to the memorial whether she planned to attend, and she had told him she wasn't sure. As exhausting as discussing bike lanes may be for the mayor, we assure her the Jewish community is more exhausted, Stock said. Over the last year, Toronto's Jewish community has had to justify their right to exist as Jews, feeling unsafe as constituents in the city Mayor Chow is purported to lead. Although she claims she wants her city to be safe and inclusive for everyone, her persistent inaction says otherwise. Speaking with reporters, Councillor Brad Bradford slammed Chow for not attending the vigil, saying she would have had 364 days for the attack to realize there would be some sort of vigil to mark its anniversary. Councillor Josh Matlow said he wasn't focused on who else was coming but felt it was important for him to attend. Flooding during August in the Greater Toronto Area and parts of Southern Ontario caused more than 100 million thousands in insured damage, says the Insurance Bureau of Canada (IBC). On August 17 and 18, heavy rainfall and thunderstorms resulted in significant flood damage in Mississauga, Etobicoke, and other parts of the GTA. A tornado also touched down in Ayr, Ontario, causing notable damage to the property. Ontario was hit by two catastrophic floods this summer, resulting in more than $1 billion in insured damage. The National Industry Association, representing Canada's private home, auto, and business insurers, said. On July 16, a flash flood that heavily affected a number of parts of the Toronto area led to more than $940 million in insured damage, said the IBC, which noted that this year's losses were only surpassed by the 2013 floods in Toronto. The IBC said that the summer has been the most destructive season in Canadian history in 2024, shaping up to be one of, if not the highest years on record in the country for insured damage losses due to severe weather. On average, from 2001 to 2010, insurers paid about $701 million in claims annually. Those payouts for 2024 are now more than 10 times that amount at $7.7 billion. Initial damage estimates are collected by Catastrophic Indices and Quantification Inc. under license to IBC. 3 suspects accused of stealing more than $1.5 million worth of high-end vehicles in the Greater Toronto Area are in police custody, and investigators expect more arrests to come. Peel Regional Police announced the results of the Project Chicago and Project Blue Streak on Wednesday, saying investigators began looking into a group of individuals over the summer who were allegedly behind auto thefts and nighttime break-ins in Peel and Toronto. In a news release, police said they connected the suspects to 13 luxury vehicles thefts, which topped $1.5 million in estimated value. 4 search warrants were issued in Peel, Toronto, and Allison, Ontario, and police said they recovered multiple stolen vehicles and illegal firearms, including one which was modified to fire automatically and fitted with the high-capacity drum magazine. In a video, one of the arrests released by police, a suspect armed with a pistol could be seen jumping out of the residential window to flee police. This highlights the dangers our officers face when apprehending criminals. This also speaks to their dedication to targeting organized auto theft and illegal guns and their commitment to keeping our communities safe, Deputy Chief Mark Andrews said in announcing the arrests. Toronto residents Cody Watts, 22, and Brandon Hunter, 28, were each charged in connection with the investigation. Savannah Chaves, a 24-year-old Cambridge, Ontario resident, was also charged. Police said the investigation remains active and further arrests and charges are expected. Investigators are asking anyone with the information about the thefts to contact the 22 Division Criminal Investigations Bureau at 905-453-2121 extension 2233 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. A woman is in critical and life-threatening condition after being struck by a bus in Toronto's East End Wednesday afternoon. Emergency crews were called to the area of Kingswood and Kingston Roads, west of Victoria Park Avenue, just after 4 p.m. for a collision. Police say the woman was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. The circumstances surrounding the collision are not immediately known. Kingston Road is closed between Scarborough Road and Bingham Avenue for the investigation.
That's it for now. I'm Kubrali signing off. See you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.